In almost every divorce with a house, someone says the words, "I want to keep it." And that feeling is completely human. But keeping the house and being able to afford the house are two very different things. By the end of this video, you'll know how a buyout actually works in Georgia, the real math behind it, when keeping the house is a gift, and when it quietly becomes a trap. No pressure, no sides, just the truth, so you can choose with your eyes open. I'm Alexis with Riv Buys Properties. If you're divorcing in Georgia and one of you wants to keep the house, this is the video I'd want my own family to watch first. I'm going to show you the buyout math in simple terms, when it makes sense, and when selling is honestly the kinder path. And because the numbers get real, we're partnered with some of the best family law attorneys in Georgia, so you're never running these decisions alone. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. In almost every divorce with a house, someone says the words, "I want to keep it." And that feeling is completely human. But wanting the house and being able to afford the house are two very different things. Let's separate the feeling from the math, kindly and without taking anyone's side. Before we touch a number, let me say the obvious. This isn't just a financial decision. It's the place your kids grew up, the address everyone knows. Of course you want to keep it. My job isn't to talk you out of anything. It's to make sure that if you keep the house, you keep it because it works, not because letting go felt too hard in the moment. And if you sell knowing it was the wiser move, not a defeat. So let's define it. A buyout is when one spouse keeps the house and pays the other spouse their share of the equity. Two things have to happen. The other spouse gets paid their share, and the other spouse gets removed from the mortgage. If your ex is still on the loan, they're still 100% liable to the bank, and no divorce decree changes that. So a true buyout almost always means a refinance. Here's the math in plain steps. Start with what the home is honestly worth today, usually with a real appraisal, because both of you need to trust the number. Subtract the mortgage balance. What's left is the equity. If the home appraises at $400,000 and you owe $200,000, that's $200,000 in equity. Split that per your settlement. If it's even, that's $100,000 each. So the spouse keeping the house needs to hand the other spouse about $100,000. Most people don't have that in cash, which is where the refinance comes in. Here's how the money moves. The spouse keeping the home takes out a new loan in their name alone, a cash-out refinance. They might refinance for $300,000, $200,000 to pay off the old mortgage, $100,000 to pay the other spouse. When it closes, the old joint mortgage is gone. The leaving spouse gets their money, and the leaving spouse is finally off the loan, but it requires the staying spouse to qualify on their income alone. Now, the part nobody wants to say, sometimes a buyout is a trap. Trap 1. You can't qualify for the refinance alone because 2 incomes got you that mortgage and 1 might not. Trap 2, quieter. You qualify, but you become house poor, where every dollar goes to the house on 1 income, right when you need to rebuild your life. A house you can't comfortably afford doesn't feel like winning. Run the real monthly number on your income alone before you fight to keep it. On the other side, a buyout can be exactly right. It's a gift when the numbers genuinely work, when you can qualify on your own, when the payment leaves room to breathe and still save a little, and when the home gives your kids or your own life real stability during a hard season. The test isn't whether you love the house. It's whether the house loves you back on 1 income. So when is selling the kinder path? When neither spouse can comfortably carry the house alone, when keeping it would drain the savings you both need to start over, when staying would keep you financially tangled with someone you're trying to separate from, selling isn't the sad ending. It turns a shared asset into 2 clean, fresh starts and gets both names off the loan. There's dignity in a clean break. Selling doesn't mean you lost. A money detail worth real dollars, so bring it to a tax professional. When you sell your primary home, the IRS lets you exclude a chunk of the profit from capital gains tax. Married filing jointly, up to $500,000. Single, up to $250,000. So selling before the divorce is final can sometimes preserve the bigger married exclusion. And on the buyout side, court-ordered alimony received for a few months can count as income, while alimony paid counts as a debt, and both affect who qualifies for the refinance. So how do you decide? One honest question, asked twice. Can the spouse who wants to stay truly afford this house alone, on their real income, with room to breathe? And does keeping it serve the next chapter, or just avoid the hard goodbye? If both answers are a confident yes, a buyout can be beautiful. If either is a shaky maybe, selling probably protects both of you. Run the numbers before you run the emotion. And hear this, you don't have to run these numbers alone. We're partnered with some of the best family law attorneys in Georgia, and connecting you with the right one costs nothing. Whether you keep the house, sell it to us, or sell it another way, we'd rather you have real guidance than guess. We stay neutral. We're not here to help one spouse win. We're here to help the household make a clear, honest decision. So, where do we come in? If selling is the path and listing is right for you, do that. But for a lot of couples, the house is the heaviest part. It needs work, it's full of a shared life, and neither person wants to live there while it's staged for showings. We buy houses across Georgia as is, with an honest cash offer. You don't clean it out, you don't fix a thing. We work alongside your attorneys and your timeline, and we're glad to talk with both spouses so nobody feels cornered. And just so it's clear, we are direct buyers, not listing agents, and not wholesalers passing your contract to a stranger. And we stay neutral, working for the household's next decision, never for one spouse against the other. If you're weighing whether to keep the house or sell it, and you want a clear next step with no pressure, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at rivbuysproperties.com. We'll help you understand your options, and we can connect you with a trusted Georgia family law attorney at no cost. You don't have to carry the house part alone. This is general information, not legal or financial advice. Every divorce and every budget is different, so please talk to a Georgia family law attorney and a tax professional about your specific situation. If you're weighing whether to keep the house or sell it, and you just want a clear next step, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at rivbuysproperties.com. We're a family that buys houses across Georgia, as is and on your timeline, and we can connect you with a trusted Georgia family law attorney at no cost. No pressure and no taking sides. We just help the household make the next decision about the house.